We owe our entire existence to blobby machines. We can walk, talk, breathe, sneeze, vomit, sleep, kick when the doctor does that hammer thing, all thanks to proteins inside of cells. Cells, of course, are the little helpers inside of us whose communication and coordination help us to live, but the proteins make all of that communication possible in the first place. They're the machines that compel cells to do their jobs, transmit information between one another, live, and keep us alive. It's no wonder we have trillions of them throughout our entire body. And that's just the cells. I'm talking trillions of cells. Because it seems that there may be anywhere between 20,000 and 6 million different proteins in our bodies. And if there's about 42 million proteins per cell, proteins have their very own, very precise professions within cells. They can be a part of the cell's membrane and provide structural support to the cell. They can be an enzyme, so help break down nutrients and maybe just rearrange a few carbons. Or they can even be a receptor, which allows cells to communicate with each other. Proteins determine a cell's structure and function. Brain cells do brain things, and blood cells do blood things because of the distinct proteins that they express. Let's take a look at the enterochromaffin cell, or EC cell. These cells line our digestive tract and help squeeze food through our intestines. What happens is, when you eat a ton of food and your stomach is super full, the EC cells will sense this stretching. They'll sense the distension in your digestive tract, and as a result, they'll release serotonin. Serotonin is a signaling molecule. It signals that there's food in your stomach that needs to be digested. And it does this by binding to neurons in your digestive system and stimulating the contraction of smooth muscle. Now, the massive amounts of food that you ate will move on through. Toxins will also stimulate EC cells to release a lot of serotonin, telling your body, get this poison out of me right now. In this case, if the EC cells are producing serotonin faster than it can be cleared from your system, the excess serotonin will signal that you really need to get this poison out of you, and it'll activate the vomiting center in your brainstem. So this is great. The EC cells have a very clear function in digesting what you eat. They can't carry out any of those functions without proteins, though. They need bizarre ion channels called mechanoreceptors in order to sense the distension. They need specialized receptors in order to tell if something is a toxin or just a sugar-free Red Bull. Also, serotonin doesn't grow on trees. We have to make it. We have to turn tryptophan into serotonin. And that would be completely impossible without these two enzymes, tryptophan hydroxylase and aromatic amino acid decarboxylase. Fuck yeah. EC cells can't even release the serotonin that they make without a special transport protein called vesicular monoamine transporter 1. You see all these proteins? You see how important they are? The EC cell's role as a creator and producer of a specific chemical messenger that mediates digestive function is a result of the specific protein composition. Oh, it's a lot more complicated than that. 42 million, remember? I don't think we got anywhere near that number. The cool thing is, cells, despite the fact that they have our entire genome stored inside of them, they only make the proteins that they need in order to carry out their function. That's epigenetics. That's why EC cells can make serotonin, but bone cells don't. Your bones don't need to make serotonin. I didn't even delve into the fact that proteins make proteins from strings of letters that are all packed into little gloppy things. Next time, perhaps.